Hello, everybody. What up, people? How are you? I'm in such a good mood, and today we're shooting the fifth episode of A Place for High Vibration podcasts. This is a series where I kind of speak with people or to people virtually, people who are high vibrational, people who have a beneficial perspective on the world, like my spiritual warrior of today, Destiny. And today we're going deep into spirituality. We didn't want to find any specific topic, and we're just gonna speak free about a lot of things, I guess. Destiny, feel free to say hello.
Well,
Oh,
actually,
that dog. That
maybe I should go
dog.
inside. There's this dog next door. But
Oh,
I was like right
okay.
when I want to start.
It's okay.
If he's not too loud, I don't even know who dogs this is, but
Yeah, it's
I guess you
okay.
want to be a part of the video.
I guess you want to be part of the video.
Yeah,
Any
you should be
spiritual
fine though.
topics? Any spiritual topics, dog? Can do you have for
I
us any
know.
spiritual topics?
He's all wanting to be in the video.
I guess he's also spiritual.
Definitely.
Okay, why don't you say hello and tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Destiny. I
What a
am
beautiful
from,
name.
thank you, I'm from Las Vegas. And for me, I like to talk about like a lot of spiritual topics because I feel like it can help people in their everyday life. It's like a universal thing out of everything I like to do, like being spiritual. It's not just like a trend, it's a way of living for everyone to be, and it can be a great tool for everyone to use.
Oh, wow. So spirituality is something like maybe everybody needs because
Yes,
they say that we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. So in essence, we are spirit, we are energy. And this word energy leads me back to what you said on Instagram that you said you wanted to talk about how we could use energy in our life. Let
yes.
us know how and what is energy actually? Is energy related to emotion?
Well, energy, from my perspective, it's in every living thing, it's in everything. It's just like a form of matter. And for energy, most people, we know that energy, you can't like destroy it or create it. So
Wow.
it's just something you can only mix with other energies. So I think when it comes to your body energies, we're like, it was like, I think around 5 layers of energy our body has.
Okay.
So it's very important that people are mixing their energy and
Oh,
not having negative thoughts, because then that's affecting your energy, since you can't like destroy or recreate your
well,
energy.
can I come in a bit and say
Yes.
that yes, you are right about negative thoughts that they can influence your vibration in a negative way, but there are some spiritual teachers who speak about also accepting a negative thought and
Yeah.
also, for example, like be with the panic attack, accept it. It's
Yeah.
not something to run from, even though even I have run away from my negative side and from the part of myself that maybe asked for me to be negative, but I guess I did it on purpose. But the key is not to run from a negative emotion, but to accept it and maybe find balance. I guess this
Yes,
is
definitely.
the way to go. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that everybody needs to not fix their energy, but to balance their energy. Do you think that there are some practices in order to balance our energies, something like meditation or yoga, maybe? What do you do for to balance your energies?
Usually at night, like when I go to sleep, I usually just put on meditation music. And since I'm already laying down, like that's a time of the day that's more convenient for me to do meditation.
Okay.
So I like doing mine more at night. That way, in the morning, like I'm full with more energy. So I just like have the room a little dark, and I just kind of lay down, but put on meditation music. And I think the most important part is for people to focus on their breathing, because that will
Oh,
help your body get relaxed the most.
yeah, yeah, they say that also breath changes your emotions. So the deeper you breathe, the faster your emotional field gets, the smoother your emotional field gets. And about practice, and really, I really love reading. I really love watching videos, and I sometimes even getting into action. But sometimes I get stuck in my comfort zone, and what I say to myself is always, "It's okay, mate. It's okay. I love you. It's
Yeah.
okay. You are on purpose. Trust that. Keep doing what you love. Keep loving yourself. If you feel that you can't do that or can't say that, maybe you should give it a try. But stop being so hard on yourself." And I
Yeah, I
realized
think
that
yeah.
it's so important to not be that hard on yourself. It's so important to love yourself. And really, there is no right or wrong way to go about it. Just be yourself, because I guess nobody is a professional. Someone said we are all just students of the universe, and everything is made up. We have created this. There is no like something like absolute truth or things like
Yeah.
this. Everybody is just having their own subjective experience, even though we may have our own personal truth, you know. And I realized it's so powerful when you start creating, because when you start creating, you also start creating your own reality, which is a beautiful thing.
Yes,
And
definitely.
like I said, energy, like we said, energy might be also emotion. So the moment that our emotional field grows, maybe we start attracting different things, since we attract how we feel. Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah, so I
I
guess it's
think
important to
that's
love
the
yourself.
most, yeah. I think like the thoughts too affect your energy the most, the emotional part. Because like
Okay.
say if you're feeling angry, then your whole body, your whole energy, even the
Contracts.
outside
Yeah.
energy, people around you, you're going to affect that as well. So finding emotional balance is definitely a key to your energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think
Important.
as well of like what you're putting in your body, because that's most
Yeah.
important. If you're having like too much sugar, then you're not going to feel good. You're going to feel all tired, and
Yeah.
that's your
True.
emotional
True.
energy, and that's going to
True.
affect your whole body. So those are like the two most important ones.
So true, so true. Lately, I've not to brag or something, but I felt like eating less. For example, today I've just eaten a soup or something, or I don't know how to spell it in English. It's called chorba. It's some sort of soup, but I don't really feel like eating that much anymore, and I
Yeah,
feel that I get stronger and have a higher energy, just nourishing myself with air and with prana, and that's a beautiful thing.
definitely.
So guys, be mindful about what you watch, because you are not only feeding with what you eat, you also feed your whole senses with the music you listen to,
Yeah.
or things like this. So what are the best, in your opinion, what is the best way to grow your consciousness? How do you do it? um,
I think everyone's method is different, but for me, doing the meditation music is something that helps the most. And
okay.
usually, um, every morning or once a week, whenever you have time, just like write down like 5 to 10 things, like what is your goal? What are you looking to accomplish? And I think that's helped putting your mind into a healthy, positive state, because when you're meeting those goals, it's like creating that dopamine in your brain
Yeah,
and
exactly.
creating happiness, even if it's like a small goal, like cleaning your room and stuff, that's
Wow.
still like something big for you to do. So I think
Yeah.
that's a good step to do.
So I guess you need some kind of discipline or something,
Yeah.
or an idea would be to really, like you said, doing small things. And I think it's so important to appreciate what we have, and appreciate and dance in the small things, because that is beautiful. Because I'm not sure, you know, Preston Smile. He's really a guy who inspired me, and he said the only way to get more is to actually be grateful for everything that you already have. So that is the only
Yeah.
way to get more, because all of the some most of the time, and what I've noticed people do is they live in this lack mindset. So they have a lack mindset, and really they send the universe the message that they don't have it yet. And when you begin to realize that there is there are things to get, but there is nothing outside of yourself that can make you happier than you are right now. So
Yeah.
so I guess happiness, real and lasting happiness, is really found within.
Yeah, I think some people they just like respect results right away and nothing, happens right
Yeah.
away. Even with energy, it's like a build up. So it's like you can't just expect something, just to happen with a few seconds. So it's good to like remain optimistic in your goal setting, meditating,
Hmm.
anything you're doing. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're just going to like let yourself like feel sad or something by expecting something instead of like
Yeah.
waiting patiently.
Yeah, yeah, important. And what you're saying is like, yeah, we can't be successful overnight, but we can find inner success. Inner success
Yeah.
is, in my opinion, is way more powerful than our success. And the thing is that when you get that inner success, the power and I mean the events, the outer events will just start to flow to you, because now you are complete within yourself. You need nothing external of yourself, and that is so powerful. And I realized that loving yourself will lead you there, like really loving yourself and appreciating where you are with what you have, and not giving a fuck about what other people think of you. That's also important. And just be
Yeah,
yourself
definitely.
and dance in whatever you have. So
Yeah.
tell us, what are you creating right now? What kind of processes do you find yourself?
Well, I guess for me, sometimes I do get stuck because as being a creative person, I'm always doing so many projects at once. So I feel like, oh, I need to finish this one, but then I don't want to finish too much time on finishing one project before I go to the next. So
Yeah.
I always like try to keep all these different aspects open creative wise. But I
Okay.
think I need to not like be hard on myself and focus on one goal at a time instead of trying to do like 10 goals at a time, just do one at a time.
Wow, super important. Yeah. Nice. And are these projects spiritual based, or I saw that you are a model and also a singer, right? Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah. So I like to do like modeling more for, I guess, like brand wise, but it's like stuff I like to do. So I like to like promote more of CBD and people who make their own clothing stuff that are homemade. I don't like promoting, all these big brands. I want to promote other creative individuals. And then as far as my music, I've only made one song so far because I've been focusing on too many other stuff, but probably by next year I'll be finishing my album. But
Wow.
the most thing I like to do is of course being a spiritual person because it's just that's something everyone can do. So that is another thing I'm focusing on. I've been creating a website for that, but that's
Okay.
going to take a lot more time as well. But that's like my most passion out of everything because it's a way of living.
Okay. Okay, so you're saying you are a spiritual person. That's important to recognize. And I realized this within myself that sometimes I've tried to share a message to the world that maybe was a bit too spiritual. It's like I wanted to talk about higher dimensions, higher self, and all these things, but maybe I just realized that maybe people don't understand it, and I have to keep it more
Yeah,
simple. So I guess the best way to share spirituality is also to reflect it as or to explain it as simple love, because this is what we are. And maybe the most beautiful things in life are simple. So I guess the more that I grow, the more I understand the fact that I have to keep it simple. I have to love the process, and I have to love myself, and
yeah.
really, really, really be myself, I guess. So I'm not sure what to ask you anymore. Do you have anything to ask the people who are watching this, maybe?
Um, I guess for people do who are more in the way of living in spirituality, like what made them get into that, or just kind of like a natural thing? Because sometimes, people look at stuff online and how to meditate and all of that, or did it just come like more natural to them?
Okay. So, do you think I'm not sure that getting spiritual has to be hard because I really
Yeah,
think it's in our nature.
it definitely is.
But maybe some people are unaware of this. And do you think spirituality is for everybody?
I think it is because it's just a way of living, but a lot of people they don't access it. So there could be people who just go living their whole life not, you know, being a spiritual person, and being spiritual is just a way of living, finding the truth of yourself,
Yeah.
learning, to be happy in, this environment, this world, and really looking beyond just this world, and how
Hmm.
it could be weird being a human, that we're like this spiritual creature on this planet, and to respect all living things, but not everyone's
Yes.
like that. So it is inside all of us, but not everyone's going to access and be a good advocate for earth, and a good
Um,
example for people.
yeah. Do you think it happens on purpose that people don't get to know this their spiritual side? Do you think that there is a need in also being against spirituality? I'm just asking. I don't know.
I think some people, they're not even aware of what it is, because look at the people who were born probably like in the 1950s, and they're older. That's stuff they didn't really worry about. But now
Yeah.
we're in this day and age where people are more focused on being spiritual. So I feel like some people, they just don't know about it. They don't have like the right understanding about it. So I
Yeah.
don't think everyone does it on purpose.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess that in this age, and we have entered the age of Aquarius, do you know anything about that? Because I'm also curious in finding more about it. What is it actually? Do you have any idea? If you don't, it's okay. We're gonna change the topic.
More about like energies and horoscopes.
No,
Um,
it's like a new age. It's like an era has ended, and
oh,
it's like it's the age of information. And I think that this is why we have also created the internet. It
yeah,
happened on
definitely.
purpose in us for in order to expand ourselves, in order to really grow our consciousness. And science is evolving a lot, and I
Yeah,
think that each and everybody on the planet has their own purpose to serve, even that if that is reflected by suffering. So it's like they say that in the universe there is only good. So everything is love actually, even people
yeah,
dying, because maybe they have chosen that path from a higher perspective in order to learn something or to clear something from their
yeah,
consciousness
definitely.
and
Because
from
I
from their
feel,
souls. Yeah.
yeah, because
So
with technology right now, it could be used good or for bad. So it's
yeah,
just up to you how you use it for, the right tools to connect with more people, to look up information. So I feel with this era, it's gonna like get more bigger for technology, but it's up to you like how you're going to use it, because we can't,
yeah,
change the way things
yeah,
evolve.
yeah. And also an important thing that I have acknowledged within myself is that my purpose is not to get successful. My purpose is to find myself sharing a message and being a message that can help the world actually. So I guess the best way to help yourself is to actually help the world.
Yes,
And
definitely.
I really think people need to hear this information. Maybe not all of them, maybe not everybody, or maybe even everybody. And I think that understanding this vibration of love gives you the power to create and share an authentic and beautiful message like we do
I,
right
I
now.
definitely agree.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess the purpose is just to help the world, just to help ourselves. And through my videos, I have also realized this within myself, that I was a bit attached to it in ways that represented my ego. But right now, and maybe I'm still attached to it, but I realize that I grow so much every day because I just become the observer of my emotions, the observer of my thoughts, the observer of myself being, um, let's call it a spiritual warrior, someone
Yeah,
who opens the light for other people. And yes, you have to love yourself first in order to love the world, but you get to a point where you really want to help. You like really want to help, and you feel empathy for other people,
yeah,
and you feel
definitely.
sorry for the people that you have hurt, and you really do it from the heart. So I guess it's important to love.
It
Yeah.
definitely is. Because that's like a universal thing, you know?
Yeah. So the highest vibration in the universe, I guess, it's love. And
Yeah,
we can attune to that in order to serve higher purpose. And there is a purpose for everybody here. So I think God, if you want to believe in a God, or the universe, hasn't forgotten every anybody. It's like, okay, you are experiencing this right now. You are really, maybe you are depressed, maybe you are feeling low, maybe you are anxious, but you are really feeling these things because I have something planned for you. And I realize within myself that through my darkest moments, through my darkest periods, I've learned to really important to question myself, like,
yeah,
why is this happening, or what am I experiencing right now? And the second important thing was to begin to relax, actually, because there is nowhere to go, there is nothing to accomplish. Maybe everything is just extra, so I am complete in just looking at this laptop. I am complete in just doing even nothing. I'm complete. But everything that comes is because I am passionate about it, and it is because it is extra. So I guess that everything in life external to us is just extra. Having a girlfriend, having money. But real happiness, I think that even if I would be on the streets, I could still find a place of happiness within myself. You know?
yeah, definitely. And I think that's what people like, they're focusing, rushing too much on the future instead of kind of living in this present moment because that's what is going to create the future. So that's very important for people to focus on the present because the past yesterday, it's no longer part of you, it's just a experience. So
Yeah,
it's really important to be in the current moment, and that will help with a lot of emotional balance as well.
yeah, yeah. And it's all about vibes, actually, because when you get into that high vibe, you will begin to just be happy with where you are, and everything will happen. It will just happen, like boom, this has happened and that has happened and this has hurt me. And one thing to realize is to actually trust everything that is happening, and really trust yourself in this process of coming back to the self. Because I believe that there is no need in learning something new. There is a need in letting go of everything that you have been taught, everything that has scared you, that has traumatized you, and really come back to that pure and divine self.
Yeah,
You
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, Destiny. If you have anything else to say for this podcast.
I think that was pretty much it. We went over a
Okay.
lot of good stuff.
Thank you for being here with me tonight. And I see
Yeah,
it's
thank
day.
you. Yeah,
It was a cool experience. Thank you. I always appreciate your wisdom, and keep being awesome in the spiritual side, and keep being a spiritual. What's the feminine for warrior?
I don't know. I guess a warrior is a warrior.
I guess a warrior is a
And that's
warrior.
just it.
Keep being a spiritual warrior and keep being awesome.
You as
And
well.
thank you. You are beautiful, and keep progressing. Keep helping the world, and keep being a cool model. Keep doing the songs that you like, and we will keep in touch. Okay.
Yes, definitely. And we will go over more topics. And one day I'll see you on a stage talking to all these people.
Yes, I hope
So
that
I'll be
will
waiting for
happen.
that.
If
Yes,
it
it
helps,
will.
if it's meant to happen, it will happen. I'm sure of that. Thank
I
you.
think it will. For
I
sure.
I
Yeah, no
hope it will.
problem. Yeah.
I hope it will. Thank you, Destiny. And guys, thank you for watching. This was the fifth episode of A Place for Higher Vibrations. Today's guest was Destiny, and she's just amazing. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video or podcast. Ciao.